I'll explain everything in a moment. I'll say it without explanation. There are at least two possibilities. At least. Maybe three. If it is true that tomorrow I may leave from this place, how can I avoid either the possibility of my leaving and then it no longer being possible for me not to leave, or the possibility that the past is not true, since my leaving could not have taken place? Every month in one life, I pack all my belongings and prepare to leave this place I've come to forever. Every month, in the other life, I pack all my belongings unsure of where it is I'm supposed to go. Am I to stay here? It's not so bad. This, here. Once I'm off the ground, am I to stay aloft? I'll explain everything in a moment. I'm a cartographer of sorts, but the land I measure seems to be made of gelatin. It oozes. It's impossible to cut, at least very difficult. From moment to moment, borders change. One place or region drifts over or under or into another. I have friends who live in Nebraska. Their son no longer speaks the language. They hardly talk with him. We talk. I have a daughter, I mean. I hope to show her the mountain someday. I've tried to cut the air before, to make it fit neatly into a suitcase and carry it with me wherever I go. It doesn't help. I'm sure it's even not possible. Goodbye. I say my goodbyes and leave. But I keep finding myself here. The airport, it eludes me. I forget to buy a map. I'm too embarrassed to ask for directions. I often end up, almost every day, at work. I wonder what it looks like where I am from. I believe it's beautiful in the spring. Many soldiers have been shot in the head staring at the field of blooming yellow flowers, or listening to the rustle of leaves on a linden tree. I wonder what it looks like where I am from. A place that looks a lot like Nebraska. There are no mountains, of that I'm certain. It's difficult for me to visualize right now. It is difficult for me to visualize right now. And then, when I'm alone, I do. It floods some room like light. I'm in with my wife. Have I told you I have a wife? I love you sometimes. I'm disappointed with her. We've been together for years, but if she died, well, if she died, it would be like my country disappearing. I'll explain everything in a moment. If it is true that tomorrow I may leave from this place, which of my lives would cease to exist? Which place? This one? Or the one I'm disappointed with? The one I leave? Or the one but I don't? Which of my lives would cease to exist? This one? This one? Which place? I'm not sure why I brought that up at all. But this I know. I love her. As best as one can. I have a wife. I have a daughter, I mean. I hope to show her the mountain someday. Which of my lives would cease to exist? Maybe neither. Maybe I keep looking out this window at the street. I grew up here. Or someone did for sure. My daughter. My daughter, love her. I go to work for her. It's because of her I leave. No, that is wrong. It's because of her I live. I get confused having two lives to live. Living between both is often the best I can do. Live with clouds as companions. Obsessing. Organizing. Segmenting. Surveying with steam. I am an anatomist of sorts. I slice open flesh, but it almost always dissolves. It evaporates. That body, I remember having it somewhere. Was it here or over there? And that's another reason to go or stay. Have I told you? Have I told you I love you? I do. I love you, really. Now tell me, you seem to have been here longer than I have. Where am I? That's it.